Yo, what's going on to all my sports peeps out there? It's your favorite sports podcast. But if you don't know the name, we got to put you on game. It's the Zone Sports Podcast. Yes, sir. That's my guy over there with the air horns. You know what I mean? My boy Corey, Cool C. Smith. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is a free range pod, so I'm taking the luxury of introducing the best co host on the planet. What's good, my G?
What's up, Big V? Yo, as he just said, it's your boy COOL, wondering what the hell is your boy Corey. I'm getting sick and tired of same old tired story. Your boy Cool C never dated a floozy. Not that I remember at least. Yo, you two man, sign out for y'all back. It's your boy Corey Big Vito. What's going down?
Yeah. It's your boy Big V. You know what I mean? I'm here live on the Zone Sports Podcast. Y'all know what time it is. But before we jump into all this sports talk, I guess, because it's been a slow week, couple weeks in sports. But nevertheless, I gotta let y'all know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. So make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com. Head over there, get you one of these candles, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna bring delight to your home, maybe a few blessings, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, it's gonna make your crib smell amazing, you know what I mean? Head over
Word.
there right now. We got plenty of flavors for you, you know what I mean? Skyzone.society.bigcartel.com. Ah, Tori, when I was preparing for, the docket for the night, I got to be honest. Nothing was coming to nothing was coming to mind last couple of days. Nothing was coming to mind. The sports week has just been it's been last couple weeks. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It's been trash since the Super Bowl, man. It's been
Yeah.
trash. It's been trash. Ain't a lot that I really be wanting to discuss. You know what I mean? Little things here and there. So I say, you know what, tonight, man. This is a free range pod. Everything's on the table.
Yeah.
Everything is on the table, Corey. And you
Yeah.
know what, man? I'm gonna start it off, Corey.
Okay.
I want to steal the what the hell segment for a second. Just for a
Cool.
quick second, you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the what the hell segment is usually Corey's thing, you know what I mean? Brought to him by Big Corey and Little Corey, you know what I mean? Salute the baby Corey. I know she growing so big, you know what I mean? I already know the vibes, you know.
Yeah.
But Corey, I want to take this time to do some impromptu what the hell segment tonight.
Okay.
Cause I just want to know, Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta know. It's been pounding my mind, pause, since it happened. Corey, can you tell me what the hell are these kids thinking challenging Cam Newton? Would you like to explain to me what is going through these kids' minds who are challenging Cam Newton? Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been on the rock, let the Zone Sports Podcast enlighten y'all. Cam Newton was at his football camp. I want to be clear about that. He was at his own held sponsored football camp. So footage comes out that not one, not two, like a good three and a possible young guys, not college guys. I know you think what young college? No, high schoolers, young high schoolers try to jump Cam Newton at his own football camp. And let me bring it back why I want to talk about what the hell are these kids thinking. Because let me tell you, this ain't the first time that some kids have tried Cam Newton. A couple
Yeah.
years back at a football camp, one of the young men was challenging Cam Newton and making fun of him because he was a free agent at the time.
Said he
Said
was
nobody
sorry.
said it was sorry, nobody wanted to pick him up, and Cam's response was, "I'm rich. What are you talking about?" Like I don't understand. Then, like I think last year, some young men trying to fight Cam Newton. I just want to say, yo, I just want to remind all the young men that don't know about Cam Newton, Cam was the guy. I want to remind you that Cam was a league MVP. Don't know if you know that, but that's the least I want to remind you. I want to remind you that Cam has took his team of nobodies, and I hate to say that because the Carolina Panthers at the time were nobodies. He took his team to the Super Bowl. But that's not the main point I want to remind you, young guys. Yo, do you realize Cam Newton throw grown men off of him for a living for over a decade? For
For
over a
li-
decade. I don't know where this thumb is coming from. A thumb that
Yeah.
that was weird. I don't even. I guess AI or the government is listening. They're co-signing what I'm saying. Salute. So, hey, salute.
Whoever that was.
Whoever that. Hey, salute. Listen, I don't understand like what they don't understand. Cam Newton threw grown men off of himself for a living. He lived for the contact. And you guys aren't nearly as strong as these grown men are. He was throwing the likes of people like Ray Lewis, maybe not Ray Lewis, but the likes of people that the size of Ray Lewis. You guys ain't even a tenth of that. I beg you guys to please stop trying Cam Newton. Please stop talking trash to Cam. Put some respect on Cam. Like, y'all want to get back to the video real quick. He threw everybody that was on him off of him. I want to be clear. He manhandled 3 teenagers. And I mean, then like the third one, and then try to come in after he handled both of his guys. You try to come in and throw a little sneak, and you kind of missed. It was a cap throw. You missed. It was trash. He threw 3, not 1, but 2, but 3 young guys up off of him. Ladies and gentlemen, please leave Cam alone. Because I don't know what the hell y'all are thinking trying Cam Newton. I want to remind you guys, he's every bit of 6'4" to 6'6", 245, 250. And that's who you want to call trash, sorry, and try to fight? What the hell, man?
And let me add on to that. The great what the hell. I was kind of bouncing back and forth between that and a few others. You're right. So it's a little bit more info on this here.
Okay.
Not 100% sure if there was teenagers or if there was like grown men. The story on Yahoo and a few other places that's kind of reporting it. So this is from the Top Shelf Performance Group. I guess of what Cam Newton used to be. But then the people who attacked him was people under TSP or something of that nature, right?
Okay.
And so either Cam Newton or TSP formed their own deal, right? So now you got TSP versus whoever Cam Newton is now with, right? So it's kind of like they split off. So those were the former coaches that all. The bottom line is this: Cam Newton and the TSP guys that's in that altercation, they all used to be under one umbrella as the same 707 flag football team.
Okay.
The story goes, one of the attackers reach out now, and they were just basically like, they of course they're now apologizing and stuff like that, but it was getting more so of what started it, or whatnot. Oh, well, Cam Newton was just talking trash, and he was basically saying that he owned us and he's our daddy and this, that, and the third. And
Stop.
I'm like, yo, wait a minute, dog. Now, I ain't no athlete. I played neighborhood ball before. I played street football before. I played street basketball before. I played at the Salvation Army. I did all that stuff. And let me tell you something, Big V. We both from the same town. 252 Kinston stand up. But this is really true anywhere. Trash talking is part of the game. I hit a 3 on somebody. I'm throwing this up and throwing it right back down. I'm pointing at them. I'm saying such and such. You know what? It might even be some mom jokes up in there that would come towards my way, and I will fire them right back or whatever. Things did get testy or whatever. But to the point of where teenagers are not, you want to jump them now? Like, because I have yet, the point I'm getting is that I haven't heard anything yet to say, oh, Cam Newton deserves this. Because typically when somebody get welled up on or stole up on, I am the first to be able to, wait a minute, what caused that?
Right.
And
yeah.
basically what one of the guys from TSP was saying was that Cam Newton got up on them and was getting ready to act like he was about to choke him or whatever. That didn't make it on camera. That could have happened. That could not have happened. Cam Newton hasn't said anything about it, right? All I got, unfortunately, is what's on the camera. Now, I'll say this real quick and we'll move on to something else. There's always a deal of, hey, don't put your hands on nobody before they put their hands on you. You don't hit people first, nothing like that. However, we're both from Kinston. And again, this is applicable to anywhere. I'm just bigging up my hometown. Someone gets in your personal space, You think I'm about to sit? So you're already in my personal space. You think I'm about to just sit here and wait for you to hit me first, just so I can say, "Oh, he ain't hit me first." Some cats I know that will remain nameless. Okay, they hit you one time. You're on the canvas. You're seeing Tweety Bird stars, Looney Tunes 2.0 2024. You might not want to let them hit you first,
Right.
right? So be that as it may, you're 100% correct. It could have been handled a different way. People from TSP has finally explained that. I don't know if Cam Newton is going to come out about that. And to the kids, let's get back to the kids that we know of that's calling Cam Newton out at camp. You brought it up just a few minutes ago. Yo, you sorry, you just said the third. Cam Newton said, I'm rich. And oh, by the way, where your daddy at, man? I ain't even about to deal with you. Let me deal with your dad.
He did.
And Cam Newton got 3, 4, either teenagers or grown men or whoever they are, all up on him. Per the camera video, I never seen him hit the ground at all.
Never.
I was talking to my wife last night, and I gave her full permission on this, Big V. This dude is cut different. This guy, no pause, is a Greek god from the way that his body is sculptured.
That's a fact.
You don't roll up on nobody. 6'4", 6'5", 245, 250. And not only that, Big V, I'm talking about how Cam Newton didn't even go down. His hat ain't even come on. His Arby's hat didn't even come off.
The fedora didn't budge. That was amazing. Corey, that's an excellent point. I was amazed that the fedora didn't budge. Stop it.
You cannot take away from what Cameron Joel Newton is, was, and will always be. You done said it. I'm going to regurgitate it for a quick 20 more seconds. MVP, Super Bowl participant, Heisman winner, national college champion. That's who you calling sorry because he's unsigned? The reason that Cam Newton is out of the league because he took and gave so much punishment in a shortened amount of time to shorten his career. Cam Newton, you may not look. I'm not necessarily a fan of him, how he handles ladies and with the female reporter deal that he got into.
We just speaking football.
I'm not a fan of that. But that still don't take away from his on the field and accomplishments and performance.
That's a fact.
What the hell?
Corey, what the hell? You know, this is an impromptu podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We have no script to go on today. Yeah. But just the term "what the hell" leads me to a segue, Corey.
Yeah.
Corey, I know this may be old news, but it's been bothering me.
Okay. Speak your piece.
You know what? We covered it a little bit, but I want to speak on a little bit more now that, some time has passed. Corey, what the hell were the Bucs thinking hiring Doc Rivers? Corey, you want to talk about, Corey, some news came out, and I had no clue of.
Yeah,
this is crazy, right? The Bucs had an outstanding record before the All-Star break, minus Doc Rivers. Homeboy that got fired, winning. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but winning percentage-wise, he shouldn't have been fired, right? Corey, I recently learned that Doc Rivers was an advisor for the Milwaukee Bucks before he got hired. Corey, he was an advisor for the Milwaukee Bucks, Corey. I didn't know. I didn't know. So here you are advising, but you land a coaching role? I kind of smell a skunk a little bit, if you can catch my drift. I kind of smell, some little fishy going on. I could be wrong, but I just don't. You couldn't have. What did you advise, first and foremost? What did you advise?
My question.
Yes. Did you advise them to fire dude and make you head coach? I just want to know, because that, and then you try to play it off low key. Oh, before I even get to that, who the hell hired you for the All-Star game? I I don't
That's a
know.
dumb rule. That's a dumb rule, and I can tell you about that real quick.
Okay.
So, whoever is number one at that said time, or who got the best record in that said conference, they are going to get the All-Star coach,
Okay.
right?
All right. Okay.
And what Doc Rivers did was he gave the money from the All-Star game that he got paid to Adrian Griffin. He did, but that's how the selection is. Yeah,
And Adrian Griffin is
is the Bucks was the Bucks coach that got fired.
see that I want to talk about that. Doc, stop it. You're not low. You're not low. Stop. You're not. You think you low, but Big V see you. You gave that paper away to try to make it a whole story because you were being an advisor and all that came out. I peeped you, Doc. You ain't low. Dog, this is fishy to me, Corey. All of a sudden, it comes out that you an advisor. You're not just a TV analyst. You're an advisor to the Milwaukee Bucks. And then you land a head coaching gig midway through the season. And here's my other thing, right? Who hired you? Like, did you advise them to hire you? And then if you are an advisor, for the life of me, I don't know why you wouldn't advise them to go out and hire Mark Jackson. I'm confused. I'm
Right.
confused. I'm confused. I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand this move, Corey. What are your thoughts, man?
I think you raise some valid questions, and the more questions I have, the more questions I generate. You're right. An advisor of what? Did you advise the coaching? Was you part of that process? You know what I'm saying? And I get it. And you alluded to that of we don't know what was going on behind closed doors. I will concede to that. But all I know is that you got the number one record. The number one record. The number one record. Boston is behind you, right? Everybody else is behind. You're number one, and you're done. You're up out of there. For what? Big V, this is a mid-season firing. And I get it. You got Dame Dollar, Lillard, and Giannis over there. And the time to win is now. So let's bring in Doc Rivers. We talked about this before. I ain't going to keep rehashing it. Dude ain't won since like 07, 08, bro. The winner of what? One. The dynasty of one. That was a great Boston team that beat our Lakers. One. You had other great teams, sir. That's the guy you're going to bring off the booth, out of the booth, back into head coaching. I got news for it. I'm going to make a prediction. Milwaukee Bucks is not coming out the East. They're not. It pains me to say this as a Lakers fan, but it's going to be Boston. It ain't going to be. Listen, man, you tell me the last time Doc Rivers got to the daggone conference finals of anything, and I was in the past couple of years that he was coaching. Doc Rivers have had teams, Big V.
Oh, we know he was up 3-1 and lost. And lost.
Several times, Big V. Not
several
once.
times.
Several times.
Yeah.
That's who you bringing out off of ESPN? Got it. Yep. Good deal.
I don't get it, Corey.
Enjoy.
I don't get it. Something is up. Something is up. We may never know, but I see you, Doc. I see you.
Big V, I got one after your next one too. I got something.
Let's go. Let's get to it now. Let's get to it now.
Okay.
Let's get to it now.
We might as well should just call this the whole "What the Hell" podcast. I just dedicated all the "What the Hell."
That's the title of this podcast.
Have you heard the news about our beloved team in football that represents the state of North and South Carolina? Have you heard what Mr. ain't even putting Mr. Well, you heard what David Tepper and ownership is doing with the Carolina Panthers. Have you heard?
What happened?
It just came down. I want to set this up for you, Big V.
Okay.
Post-pandemic, really even before, but definitely post-pandemic, man, it just seems like everything is just going sky high.
Yeah.
Prices are getting raised through the board. Big V, I had to take my car in for service for a brake job about 2 years ago. Brake job. All I'm getting is brake pads, rotors, and labor, just for the two front tires. Pre-pandemic, total bill, about $550.
Yeah.
Post-pandemic, $920. Stuff's going up. You go to the grocery store, Big V, they had a run on eggs. Hell, they had a run on everything, but eggs in particular. Man, it's just going up. But you know what, man? I eat eggs. I like eggs. You know the place where I take my car to, Big V, they do good work. I don't have to bring it back there and be like, yo, man, y'all, I bought it here. Y'all forgot to do such and such and such and such. I don't have that issue, right? So you're going to pay an increase, but if the ends can justify the means, it's all good. But what the Carolina Panthers and Mr. David Tepper is doing, they said they're raising ticket prices by 4% starting next season. Next season. Raising the prices by 4% of the ticket holders. In other words, it's going to cost you 4% more to go to a Carolina Panthers game. Now, check this out. I just got finished saying I don't mind paying for what I'm getting back. You know, Wendy's. I love Wendy's. Wendy's is fine. They get ready to start this dynamic pricing where if you go there at certain times, you're going to have to pay $45,000 for a Baconator. Okay? I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I love my Baconators. Let me not get sidetracked. But let's talk about, you know, unlike the Baconator, unlike my car service, unlike groceries, the Carolina Panthers don't bring much of anybody joy. Big V, they was 2-15. 2-15 last year. 2-15 last year. I talked to my brother about a few weeks ago, and he was born, you know, he was born when the Carolina Panthers was like, by the time he got into football, it wasn't like our age range where it's like we already had teams we was rooting for. Like Panthers came out in 95, 96. He was born in 89. By the time he got into football, it was the 2000. Panthers had already been to a Super Bowl, already, yada, yada, yada. But I said, look, man, y'all team ain't going nowhere because your owner is straight garbage. 2-15. But you know what, Big V? Okay, that's cool. Don't worry, because the records, man, as Stephen A. Smith would say, it's fluid. It moves. You can mess around and go 17-1 next year. Who knows? It can happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it can. Where is the new stadium that's justifying this price increase?
Right.
Oh, no, there ain't one. Oh, y'all still in Bank of America. Wait a minute. I had the pleasure of going to Santa Clara to see my beloved 49ers right when they opened Levi Stadium. It was like the first regular season game. I'm sorry, the last regular season game of that inaugural season of them being in Levi. And so everybody I was talking to, like I follow the 49ers message boards. I told them who I am and all this stuff. Oh, yeah, dog, you're going to pay a prettier penny because they're not in Candlestick anymore. They're going to Levi Stadium. Got it. You know what, Big V? You go out there, you get the little 49er app. Man, you can sit up here and order your food and have it brought down to you. They got top-notch Wi-Fi. It ain't none of that mess where it's like 3 billion people in the area and I can't use my phone. It ain't none of that going, Wi-Fi is not an issue. And you know what, being there on West Coast time, you know what you also get to do if you get there early, Big V? You get to sit there and watch the red zone. You watch the red zone on the Titantron or whatever you want to call it, the jumbo screen, until it's time for the 4 o'clock kickoff Eastern Standard Time. Oh, wow. Nice. It costs a lot of money. But damn it, I get the whole lot. I've been to Bank of America, man. And there's nothing wrong with Bank of America. There's nothing wrong. I'm not going to knock Bank of America. It wasn't like, I haven't been to where the Raiders used to play of Oakland Coliseum back in the day or whatever. I don't know anything about that. I heard it was bad. Never been there. I can't speak to it personally. Bank of America is fine. No issues there. Concerts go there. Beyonce and the crew done came there. Everybody done been there. Soccer, all that stuff come there. But you're doing a 4% increase after you threw a drink on somebody? After you done had 6 billion interim head coaches come through the door? Panther fans, I want y'all to listen to me. I want you to look me in my eye right here. Boycott going to the stadium. Don't go. And I get it. NFL is America's favorite drug. Guilty as charged. You can still sit and watch it on TV. I got it. Do not pay no 4% increase on this hot Sanford and Son garbage. That is ridiculous. Real quick, they did not release the actual cost of the season ticket by section. But they said this is per the Associated Press News. They said the most affordable season ticket package is going to be $510. Season ticket package. I don't know what all that includes,
Okay.
but sounds like $500 could better be spent elsewhere. That's all I got. I can't.
I agree. I'm not. I don't. Dude, y'all are losers, and you have the nerve to raise the price 4%, fam. You should be having free night. Is what you should be having. You should be inviting, trying to raise the morale around Charlotte, because the morale on the Panthers is butt. Let's just call it what it is. Stop it.
Can we at least do free preseason games? Can you at least do that? They charge
Something.
for those too. Well, everybody does, but still, like, you're right. They need to have a free night.
Yeah. Like seriously, like stop it. Stop it, though. Stop it, man. Stop it. Corey, do you think Klay Thompson is going to get traded next year? Do you think he's out? Do you think the Warriors are out on Klay Thompson?
Yes, 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 yes. And it hurts me to say that because I love Klay Thompson, man. Like I think he's a guy you want on your team. He does things the right way. He caught those two bad injuries back to back. And the thing that's frustrating, I watched the game with him the other night. I forget who it was against. And he has such streaks of being the old Klay Thompson. But in that next game, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And now you can come in off the bench. And, I think the only safe person out of the original big three is Steph. But do I think, yes, because if I'm not mistaken, and I might be wrong, I may look this up while we're still talking about it. I think he's a free agent. He's either not a free agent or he's coming into like a contract year or something like that. But I think they're going to try to trade for him, Big V. And it's tough to break up Stephon and Klay and Draymond. Like
it's a dynasty, man.
Who wants to be the first to say goodbye?
Yeah, that's
unless Klay takes a substantial pay cut, because I don't think he's cool coming off. Who would be? Who would be of his caliber? Right? Like you did have people like Dwayne Wade who's like, hey man, you know what, man? I'm coming off the bench. And that's what prolonged his career, period. There's a lot of other stars that done that. But man, Klay, we're talking about the Splash Brothers, bro. Like you talking about the guy who had 60 points in 3 quarters a few years ago before their injury. That's who we talking about. There was once upon a time where you was arguing who is the better shooter on the team. Steph, and I know it sounds crazy now. I know there's going to be
right today. That may sound crazy.
What are you talking about? No. Once upon a time,
that's right.
Early, it was like, yo, who's better between Steph and Klay? Now, Steph clearly has taken off with the half-court shots and stuff like that. But that was a conversation. I think they're going to trade him, man. What say you?
I think you're right. It hurts me to see that. Love Klay, man. And you're right. At one point in time, it was a battle between who was the best shooter on that team. It may sound crazy right today in 2024, but if you know basketball, it was a time to be alive when those boys was clicking like that. And you're right. This is a thing of who wants to say goodbye first. And I kind of think they're out on almost everybody but Steph. I'm gonna be real.
Yep.
I think Draymond may be gone. I don't know what I could be wrong. I don't know what his contract was like this year. I don't know. I have no clue what his contract, but
I could look it up real quick.
Yeah, but if he don't have any contract woes or issues, I think they're out on both him and Klay. I'm gonna be real. I just think they are. I think they are, and I don't know who. I know some teams that would love to have both of them. You know what I mean? Because they're both still great players. I think they both can still get in their bag. You know what I mean?
Bring Klay Thompson to the blue, to the purple and gold. Bring them over. We need some shooting. Bring his ass right on over. I love it. I would take that in the New York Minute.
You would take Klay today on the purple, right now on the purple and gold?
Yeah.
The Klay of today. You know what, though? I don't blame you because you're right. And Klay can still shoot. Klay is Klay.
All we got is D'Angelo Russell from a shooting standpoint. That's it. That's it. Austin Reeves could kind of, give and take, but no, I mean, starting or off the bench, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so Klay Thompson's contract here, he is making 43 million this year. God, doing making 40.
Coming off the bench.
All right, so this is the 20. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season.
Word.
He's going to be an unrestricted free agent.
That's gonna
And
be
let me check
interesting.
Draymond Green real quick while time is running here. I think Draymond Green just read up.
I think he
Yeah,
just read up. I think he
he
did just
read
read
up.
up.
He won't be a free agent until 2027. So this
Okay,
year
okay.
he's at 22, next year 24, next year 25, and then 2026, 27 years going to be about 28 million.
Yeah, I thought he just read up. I thought he did. I thought
Yeah,
he
I
did.
remember that.
Well, yeah, Clay probably on the table, man.
Yeah,
Clay
yeah.
probably on the table, man. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a different look. I don't know right now. I know we still got a lot of basketball to go as far as the second half to play in the playoffs and things of
Yeah.
that nature. Maybe Clay can catch a streak and remind everybody of who he is. You know what I mean? Like coming off the bench, he
You know what I want to You're right. And you know what's one thing I want to bring up real quick? Because you remember a few weeks ago, it was a big deal that Draymond Green was trying to recruit LeBron James to come over to the Warriors, right?
were
And but here's what nobody's talking about. You know that had that trade with LeBron James went down to go to Golden State, who do you think on Golden State would have had to go? Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson. This is your boy egging for LeBron James to come over, and I get it represented by both
I about to
clutch,
say, both clutch,
both clutch. But this supposed to be your boy. If your boy come over here, your other boy got to go.
Hey, but
I
still,
wonder how the Clay feel about that. Clay would have been on the trading block.
that's a fact.
They're
And
not giving up Kaminga. They're not giving up the people that's starting in Klay Thompson. They're not giving him up. They already let Jordan Poole go. Who else would have had to have gone? It would have been Klay Thompson.
you're right. Because it damn sure wasn't gonna be Steph. It wasn't gonna be no.
That dude is safe as Smokey the Bear in the woods.
He is safe as Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever his name is.
That's right. The God is antenna man. Antenna the Facts. Safe. Safe.
Oh man, this offseason is gonna be crazy. You're gonna have to see what happened with the NBA, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
and everything like that. You know what I mean? Yo, shout out to everybody to be tuning in each and every week to the Zone Sports Podcast. Next week is episode 100 when we do it. You know what I'm saying? Episode 100 of them things. You feel me? You know what I mean? So everybody be tapping in on YouTube, watching on Instagram. However you be watching this, catching the clips, or you watch the whole thing. We appreciate your time, period. You know what I mean? Keep subscribing to the Skyzone.Society network, please. You know what I mean? Corey, I appreciate you each and every week. You know what I mean? It's raining out here in Greensboro. It's going crazy,
Yeah.
cats and dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy out here.
You know what I mean? So be safe this evening, my G. You know what I mean? And
Brother
to all the
man.
zoners out there, y'all know how we in this, right? Hey.